Hello, welcome to Rando Tech Info and our unboxing and first look at the Fossil Gen 6 Hybrid. And I'm particularly excited about this particular unboxing because while I've owned and reviewed a lot of smartwatches over the years, this is my first hybrid smartwatch. Even before I started wearing smartwatches on the daily, I wore traditional watches, and to be honest, while I love the functionality of smartwatches, I have always preferred the look of a traditional watch. So for me, this watch has the potential to offer the best of both worlds. The Gen 6 Hybrid is currently available on fossil.com and Amazon, and it is available in 8 different SKUs, 4 men's and 4 women's, with an assortment of watch face colors and straps to choose from, with prices ranging from $229 to $249 US. Taking a look at the front of the box, we can actually learn a lot about Fossil and their priorities. They are one of the only smartwatch makers that I know of that put a transparent lid on their packaging so you can actually see what the watch looks like before you even ever open the box. Fossil has a tradition of making sharp looking watches and smartwatches, and it looks like this watch is no different. And if we take a closer look at the top left corner of the front of the box, we see that the watch is indeed iPhone and Android compatible. There doesn't appear to be a whole lot else to learn by looking at the packaging of this thing, so let's go ahead and unbox. So inside the box we have the watch, charging cable, and the expected documentation. So getting back to the watch, I think it both looks and feels great. I got the kind of burgundy and gold watch face because I thought it looked unique and I'd never had a watch that looked like that. And I think it blends well with the black outer casing. The watch definitely has a very heavy and premium feel to it, so I'm not sure how good it will be for exercise, but as a good looking fashion accessory, I think this will do the job quite nicely. Now, if you're not familiar with hybrid watches, I think it's important to mention that there is no touchscreen because the physical hands preclude you from being able to put a touchscreen over the top of the watch face. So all the functionality will come from these buttons over here on the side of the watch, which thankfully do feel very nice and clicky. And while I was just clicking around those buttons, you'll see I accidentally stumbled upon I guess some type of setup feature because it says download the app. So because this watch is a hybrid, it is not running Wear OS. So you do need to download Fossil's proprietary app from the Google Play or Apple App Store. And we'll be doing that here in just a minute. One of the things I always appreciate about Fossil's watches are the straps that come with the watch. And I got this leather hybrid strap on this watch, which gives you a nice balance between durability and a good look. It does use a standard 24mm strap, which is nice. They don't use proprietary straps, so you can get a strap from anywhere and replace it if you don't like it. But Fossil watches are some of the only smartwatches I've ever purchased where I don't actually go out and buy another watch band after purchase. I usually like the band that comes on them just fine. Taking a look at the charge cable, it's running a standard USB port on one end with their proprietary charging technology on the other. Fossil claims you can pull a 80% charge in just 60 minutes with this watch, and while that is very respectable for a smartwatch, I'm not actually sure how much it matters because since this watch isn't running Wear OS and it doesn't have an OLED screen, you're supposed to be able to get 2 weeks of charge out of this sucker. So that would be pretty amazing if that's actually the case, and I'll certainly be testing that out for the full review. So as mentioned before, because this isn't a Wear OS device, you will not be able to set it up with the Wear OS app. So to set it up, you will need to download the Fossil Smartwatches app from either the Android or Apple App Store. Once you get signed into the app, the pairing process is pretty quick and painless. And once the watch pairs, you'll be able to see some of its functions like wellness tracking, notifications, battery life, and its app launcher. And you'll see the watch supports Alexa, and this is actually a big deal because since this isn't a Wear OS device, there is no other assistant included on the watch. So having Alexa, while maybe not quite as good as Google Assistant for some folks, is certainly a lot better than nothing. So if you're like me and you're a little bit nervous about navigating around on a smartwatch without a touchscreen, it actually doesn't seem to be too bad. In order to bring up the app launcher, you simply hit this middle button here, and then you scroll through the different options using the top and bottom buttons, and when you're ready to make a selection, you simply hit the middle button again. In scrolling through the options in the app launcher, you'll see there's an option for weather, ringing your phone, music controls, Alexa, notifications, watch settings, wellness, working out, a timer, and a stopwatch. And while that may not be all the features you would see on a traditional smartwatch, it does seem that most of the basics here are covered. Well, that's all the information I have today about the Fossil Gen 6, but be sure to sub to the channel if you don't want to miss the full review when it drops here in the next couple of weeks.
Consider it done.
As always, I hope you found this video useful. Thank you for watching, and until next time, this is Rando Tech Info, signing out.